Okay. Um, I've finally got uh, something working that I've wanted to have working for a while. So usually, mm, whenever I'm in class, I'll be typing up some code and like this. I think maybe this project will still work. Okay. Run this program. This is related to the icons that appear on the taskbar. So, uh, oh. I was getting confused because this is pretty similar to what I was working on, coincidentally. This is just an old project from a student. Um, it was in a list of recent projects. So this opens up an instance of the command prompt. The icon is the command prompt icon, as a person might call it. So I'll have some code typing it up in Visual Studio, and we'll get some output here. But it's been the case a few times where I've wanted to have something like a timer going on in the background, um, or maybe I say the background, but um, let me open up another instance, a third instance of Visual Studio to kind of say what I'm talking about. Well, actually, let's see. If we go to the desktop, yeah. So let's see, this was created. If I double click this, you can see it generates, whoops. There's no, there are two instances of the command prompt and it's just unpleasant. Yeah, from my perspective. Um, Even if I open it up or run it using the PowerShell stacks a third instance here, which is unpleasant. So I've just been looking for ways to get around this. Mm, And it's probably a desirable feature from many people's perspectives. So Chili in this video goes into custom icons and it works. And I'm just trying to scroll ahead to a point where he shows it. It's probably at the end of this video. It's been a while since I watched it, but yeah. Anyways, it works. Yeah, there it is. Right there is a custom icon. And yeah, I forgot. I guess he doesn't show his task manager down here. Yeah, his window capturing is restrictive. Video recording. Anyways, the custom icon is here. Um, so he creates a window from scratch. Let me. Now I don't really need that anymore. So let's close that. And close that. That was that exe that I made a shortcut. You notice that this icon is what I wanted it to be which is this custom icon RNG. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. It's a shortcut. Um, but again, whenever I double clicked it from the desktop, it didn't in the task manager taskbar down here, it wasn't showing up. But if we run this guy, we can notice the contrast isn't great, or the ICO file that I generated using GIMP. Let me go ahead and open that up again, because I'm probably going to be screwing with it a bit. Um, uh, it's at least clear that it's different, and yeah, it's good down here on the task manager. It's distinct, you know. We'll have an instance of the terminal open. Like, let me just open up the command prompt. So we got a terminal and we got this RNG thing. Yeah, random name generator for calling on my students during class. So how did I get this to work? Um, let's see. Uh, First, I just opened up Paint. Maybe it's not a huge waste to just go through this again. And let me zoom in, make some letters, and we'll make them purple or something like that and say RNG. Oh, hmm, fancy. Scale this up to, well, how many pixels is this? This is on my 1440 monitor, but how large is this? Copy and paste. So that is this image is 120 by 67. This oh my goodness. God damn it. This image is 40 by 53. So what's the rough icon size? Oh, I just screwed it up. Is it 32 by 32? 40 by 40? I don't know. It depends on, I guess, the taskbar width and stuff. But anyways, 40 by 40. Okay, let me get rid of this. Add RNG and we can scale it up to the 128 by 128. Yeah. That's fuzzy looking, but that's okay. Anyways, let me not take forever with this. Um, so GIMP is one program that has nice capability to convert PNG files to ICO files. So I'm not sure if the image needs to be square. Let me just try it. Um, File export as. So down here in the select file type, uh, I don't think ICO is in this list. Yeah, we go from H to J, HIJ. Yeah. Interestingly, I just noticed the Apple icon image is supported, but don't. Oh, there's ICO. ICO, Microsoft Windows icon. All right, so it is allowed, and it just automatically changed it. So, all right. Oh, evidently you can't use. So, just exported this to the desktop. Um, okay. Export. Close GIMP, I guess. Now, uh, in Visual Studio, you let me start this over from scratch, I guess. Let me take this thing. Okay. All right. Now that'll good. The program won't close immediately, and that's an important thing. Um, all right. So step one is to add a resource file, or add a resource rather, and it's going to be an icon. We'll go import and go to that location. Um, list all files so that we see untitled.ico. Okay. Okay. And now I need a reminder of what to do now. At some point, we're going to have to include resource.h, I believe. And it's, okay. Yeah, there's this funny message. Okay. So there we can see the icon, of course. But when we run the program, we are not going to see the custom icon here. We just see C colon slash, cute little icon. And what is this? That's another instance of the command prompt. Let me get rid of that. So let's see if this just works. Of course, these functions aren't going to be defined, so let me come to where they are. Uh, no, I think we get an error now because the subsystem needs to be changed. Yeah. So we right click, project properties, go to linker and then system, change the system from console to Windows subsystem, apply. Okay. Shouldn't get that same error. Might get a different error. Okay. No, we're good. All right. And yeah. That's obviously very difficult to see, so that's not a good thing to do. But that's not a big problem, probably. Okay. Mm, all right. I didn't want this video to be huge, so let me go ahead and stop this real quick. I think that should be clear. Except, I mean, I'm treating this as a black box, of course. This function here, bind CRT handles, I assume. Just like um, it's a black box here. What exactly is going on? Console input, console output, and the use of the dollar sign, free open. We got this dummy file here. This is AI generated code. R does stand for read and write, standard in, standard out, and this is complicated. Yeah, ACRT, IOB, func, parentheses 0. Hopefully nothing wicked is going on here, but it's just convenient to have this, obviously. We run this program, we have these custom icons, two different icons that could be substant on the taskbar that could be substantially different from one another. Um, One last thing to check, I guess, would be nice is can we just have this? We don't want to be opening up multiple instances of Visual Studio because it's hungry. So if we copy the exe file, will that and just like paste it to the desktop, just like many apps that we use, will this be working okay? All right. So it did change the icon to that, the very, very hard, difficult to see thing. But if we take this, copy it, Control C, come to the desktop, Control D, there that is. And if we execute, yeah, so there are two different instances of this program running. And yeah, they didn't stack on each other, which is kind of interesting. By that, I mean, if you open up, if you have multiple instances of a browser open, it stacks the two and you get this little offset. Okay, that's enough. This video is going to be long.